And welcome back to the I Love This Movement live stream / podcast. How's everybody doing? It's a Monday today, and I had a very eventful weekend. It was Mother's Day weekend. There was a lot of things that I did. Got to see the Canelo fight on Saturday, and man, like, that dude got his eye socket broken out. I could see it like right when it happened. I was just like, oh, he's done. And I told everybody in my household, like, he's not coming back out. They're like, what? What do you mean? Like, yeah, they broke his eye socket. So like, it was crazy. And then the next day, I spent it with my mama, my mama and my family. We ate a lot of food, from like, man, smoked brisket, smoked this, smoked that. And then the next day we had like, burgers, hot dogs, and, played some games, and it was cool. It was actually an interesting weekend. But anyways, today I'm going to use something different today, something called pod decks. And these right here. There it is. Pod decks. And I got these maybe a few weeks ago when I was trying to we were trying to do something with another podcast that we were going to launch, but something I talked about earlier, we kind of ran into some issues, so we had to kind of rebrand it, right? But my buddy uses this. He uses it sometimes just when he just like, there's those days I'm like, I really don't have anything prepared. And that was me today, I didn't have anything prepared. So as I said, well, why not? Let me use some of these pod decks, and they're actually pretty cool. They have an episode deck. So like, you jump on this one, and then like say, I'll open it up, and then we'll just check it out. Right. I'm not actually going to do an episode deck, but why not? And they have like different cards, different questions or ideas to do for episodes, right? And one of these was like play Would You Rather with a guest, right? Another one would be like what I learned about myself this quarter. That'll be a whole like another episode. That's actually a good one. Another like episode it could be is what am I struggling with this week, right? Which is like, man, we all struggle with stuff, right? So like, so these have really good ideas, and play trivia about your industry. Back to the Future, make some predictions. Another episode could be share a time-saving tip, and or share money-saving tip, stuff like that. And so these are pretty cool. I like to, use these from time to time, or I'm going to use these from time to time, especially when, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Maybe tomorrow I'll use one of these, and that'll be my episode for tomorrow. Maybe, I'm not sure. I had some other ideas that, that I wanted to do. I just didn't have anything ready today. But today they also have like pod decks, the interview questions, right? And these ones actually have questions that you can answer as you go along. So I think I'm going to answer like, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 of these or something like that. I'm not trying to make this today too long. I have an exam tomorrow, and I want to be prepared for it. So like, but I still wanted to do this. I still want to be on top of my 45-day life challenge. Today is day 7 of that challenge. It's day 8. It's episode 7, but this is day 8. Okay. So, but they also have like an app, and on the app they have, they go into a bit further into detail, pod decks. They have like some for sports. They have some for, money saving. They have some for just different things like, You know what I'm saying? They have the ultimate interview deck. They have icebreakers. They have the hustle or how dare you, WTF, like Black History. If you're a foodie, fitness and health. Take me out to the ball game, the Royal Rumble, and then they have a whole bunch of like different types of that you can have on here, right? And then ultimately, like the decks that you actually buy, they put it right there at the bottom. So I don't know if you can see that, but down here at the bottom, you see these decks, right? So it's pretty dope. So today I'm gonna pull out one of these decks. All right. And I'm gonna see what happens. I don't know. If it's not something I want to answer, I'm just gonna toss it. I'm gonna answer something different. Let's just see what happens. So I'm gonna give him a little shuffle so it's honest, and I'm gonna try my best. If I say like I ain't got nothing, I'm gonna tell you guys I ain't got nothing for it. Like it just is what it is, you know. Like I try to be as organic as I can. I mean, I'd like to be a bit more prepared, but sometimes I like episodes like this because you just don't know what comes out from it. So, all right. So I'm gonna bust out the first one. It says, "How would you like to die?" Whoa, that's a big question right there. So right there, how would you like to die? Man, that's a crazy question. That got deeper like right away. Man, that's kind of hard to answer because to be quite honest, like being former military, sometimes you think about like, man, I should have died in the battlefield and kind of going out in a blaze of glory, defending your country or for the reputation of your country. And we think about like, man, that's kind of like that would be like a way to die. Like it kind of brings me back to Forrest Gump, right? With Lieutenant Dan, right? He and how Forrest saved him from dying in Vietnam, right? And he was like, no, like you leave me here, leave me here, because Lieutenant Dan had like family that died in every single like major conflict that America was in, and so it was just like it was for him was like the biggest honor to hold on to die on the battlefield. And that's I think most of us that have deployed and been to like these zones, like we think about that, man, that would have been a good way to kind of go, just out there and just they send your body back, and they wrap the American flag on it, and they bury you in like a cemetery. You went down serving your country. But even that, like I think about that, like how if something were to happen here with conflict, there's fighters, and then there's people that just don't fight, right? And it's like it's cool. Like me, I think if there was ever a conflict here, like I would definitely be give myself to like, hey, I'm gonna go do this, and y'all go survive. I'll do what I can. I'll definitely die for you guys. And yeah, if that was a way that I can go, that's definitely a way I would go. With all that honor, sacrificing myself for the well-being of other people, is definitely it's honorable, but if I can't go that way, then another way I would like to go would be, just normal, actually, just, of old age, being able to see how things have changed, and, still doing my pop, 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 pop. I want to be like, if I could do that at 100 years old, that'd be epic, still be out there kind of doing my thing, doing my little jigs. Like I'd definitely be dope. That'd be an interesting way to leave this life, and go into the next life. All right. Yeah. All right. So let me pull out another card. Let me shuffle them. Quick shuffle. Let's see what else pops up. Right. Boom. It says, if you had someone following you around all the time, what would you have them do? Man, if you had someone following you around all the time, what would you have them do? I'm asking you guys that. Go ahead and drop that down over there. But like, that's the question. Boom. If you had someone following you around all the time, what would you have them do? Man, how can you answer this without not like being a dick? Oh man. I would probably like have them do the stuff that I don't want to do, like my chores. Like, hey, go water the grass real quick, homie. Like, or go do this really quick, or what's it called? Hey, like I need some stuff from the store. Like, I don't feel like go get it. Go get it for me. Like I don't think I would have them do some crazy stuff. Like I don't want them to be my slave or anything like that. But I definitely would do, have them do something that's like, uh, like a quick errand or something like that. But then like, would you want it to get entertained too? Like I remember one time my buddy J Fish, like we paid for me and a few other friends, or could have been my cousin or something like that. We paid for his trip to what's it called, to Las Vegas, to Vegas. This is right before, actually it was right before I was going to deploy. And we stayed at I don't know what it's called now, but back then it was called the Planet Hollywood Towers. And this, and so, we had a pimp ass room. And so what we ended up doing, like what we did was, we would go down to like the strip mall. You know how they have the strip mall that connects all the hotels, and like it goes in around in a circle, whatever. And so as we're walking, there was like, that area, if you've been to Vegas, there's like this area right by the Planet Hollywood Towers that like they would make it rain at. And so we dared him. We're like, hey bro, like I dare you to jump in the pool, like jump in the water, like just jump over it and dive in, and then like bounce. And he was just like, I go, come on bro. And we called him like, he's like, what am I, your monkey boy? I'm like, hell yeah, we're paid for you. You're a monkey boy today. So it was all good fun though. Like it was all good fun. And so he ended up just saying like, he looks around, he goes, man, fuck it. Boom, he dives in, he starts swimming. He does a lap, like actually swims one length, and he gets up, runs out, and he starts walking from there. Then he goes into the hotel and like walks right by the security as they run over to check what happened. Cause there's cameras everywhere, but he just walked right by them and went up to the room and everything. He was just like, dude, I almost got caught. Like, bro, you're lucky, bro. You're lucky. Yeah, but yeah, that was pretty funny, man. We were dumb. So, but yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I definitely would have them do that, kind of my chores, maybe some entertainment, like juggle for me or something. Do something fun, whatever it is. It's another thing. So let's do another one. Let's see what else comes out of this. All right. So again, we're here with Poddex, and I'm just answering some questions from them. They have a question section, and I just want to play with them and just see what happens. All right. Just entertaining myself. Okay. Now, one of the questions here, it says, if you were to die and come back as a person or a thing, what do you think it would be? Ooh. What about y'all? If you were to die and come back as a person or a thing, what do you think it would be? As a person or a thing, I think I would be some type of animal. Definitely some type of animal. Maybe something that can fly. like an eagle, something that just gets up there, that can see the sights, that can kind of travel. If I could be like a bird human, that would that would be dope, because then I can fly where the hell I want. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to Cancun. I'm just gonna fly my fucking happy ass over there. Psh, caw, just go over there. There's actually an interesting thing. Birds actually aves, what do they call them, right? In biology, they actually use the all of the air that you breathe in. Like us as humans, we only use a percentage of oxygen, right? So whenever we breathe in and whatever we're breathing out is not the air that I took in, but we always release carbon dioxide, right? Now, birds don't do that. When they breathe in, they have like 2 inhalations and 2 exhalations. And the first inhalation, they use the oxygen, and then they exhale. But during that first exhale, it runs back into like a secondary inhalation, so they can use up the rest of the oxygen that they missed on that first one. And then when they breathe out, they go, right? But they already used up all of the oxygen. So everything that's released is carbon dioxide. So they actually have the best the respiratory system in their bodies. So that's probably one of the big reasons I would want to be a bird, because I can use up all the oxygen, never get winded. Even if I did, I'm like, here comes my second wind, that's literally a second wind what they get. And so that'd be interesting, to have to be a bird. You fly high, you can travel wherever you want, you can, use all the oxygen as the best as you can, as best at all, like its full capacity, because that's what they do. And yeah, I would definitely want to be one of the big ones, though, the predatory ones. Something where like, man, nobody messes with me except for humans. But like, if I combined myself and made myself a bird human, I'd be like, forget about it. I'd be the king, maybe. All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna do like maybe 1 or 2 more. So, and after that, that's pretty much it. I got to study. I have to, get this A on this exam. Damn, everything falls on this in this class when it comes down for me getting into USC. Well, I'm in USC, but like, if I don't pass this class, then they can revoke my admission. But like, there's no way in hell that's happening, because I'm doing really well in it. But still, it holds a lot of like weight right now, and so I'm not trying to mess anything up. All right, let me answer another one. Here it is. Bam. If you had to teach a class on one thing, what would you teach? Ooh. If you had to teach a class on one thing, what would you teach? What would I teach? Like, obviously the easy one was like, well, you'll teach dance, right? Of course I would teach dance. Like, I would teach like how I do it, and my methods and stuff like that, and what I come up with. But like, that's too easy. That's too kind of, come on. It's called I Love This Boom. This is a dance channel. Like, of course I would do that. But I would teach something else. I know one of my boys would try to go into like teaching the Kama Sutra. I wouldn't do that. Another one would probably teach how to like my cousin would how to make stuff from scratch. He's really good at doing that. But I'm not sure what I would teach. Like, honestly, there has been one thing that I've always, it's not really teaching a class, but it's something that I've always had like a hidden love for, and that's kind of like being a motivational speaker. Yeah. Like, if I could, I would teach I would teach a motivational like course, like how to motivate people, and that would be something really interesting. I like to do that. I like to, tell people or have people know how great they can truly be, and motivate them and find that hidden talent within themselves. I actually think I have a really good talent at that. And looking at the things like, hey, like this is what you need to improve on, this is what you gotta do it, like, man, you can do this. Like I really enjoy doing that. So if I could, I would definitely teach a motivational class. I've said before, like some of my top like favorite motivational speakers is Les Brown, Eric Thomas, Inky Johnson, and then there's a vast number of others that I can't forget, like Zig Ziglar. Like he's a probably one of the godfathers of, or is the godfather of motivational speaking. And of course, Tony Robbins, he's known, but I would love to be up there with them. That's like honestly something that I would do. And if I was really good at that, I would teach those classes. It's just it's just kind of like a hidden passion of mine, like to help people. I really want to help people. Like I don't need anything. I don't need to be in front of the camera. Like I'm the reason I do this is because it's like I always keep saying, I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone, kind of, try new things, find my voice, find what I'm good at, like I'm good at a lot of things, but like find truly like what's my voice, and I've heard this works. I've heard this is like a thing to do. So that's why I'm doing this 45-day challenge. I'm on day 8 today. Just like that, like first week went by so quick that I'm just like, yo, I can't, like, it's already there, it's in the books. So even though like yesterday was just a quick one, but I still went live and that still counts. Um, but definitely a motivational speaker, setting up challenges for people, having them trying to become the best versions of themselves, um, telling them about those books, to read, which, I didn't break it down, but, I'm still reading, doing my emotional health uh, book. And, that's something, I like reading books. I like reading books that have to do with working on yourself, PD, personal development. Like, so if you guys can do that, that'll help yourselves and within, your emotional health as well. So like, but yeah, motivational speaking, that's definitely something I would love to do. So this is the last card I'm with you. Then I'm gonna let you all go, or whatever you guys want to do. You just stay here, but I'm gonna go study. Just something I gotta do. If you guys seen, I have a new little right there, and let me see if I can read it. I gotta turn around. Let me turn around. It says, "Set your goals high, and don't stop till you get there." New plaque. Got that at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is actually one of my new spots to go. It's been finding some little toys and tools and kind of things to do. Knickknacks, patty whacks, give a dog a bone type of stuff, So, all right. Last one. Okay. What is a trait you most deplore about yourself? Ooh, damn. What is a trait you most deplore about yourself? Let me show you all that. Deplore. If you guys don't know what deplore means, it means that you dislike about yourself. Man. And just in case, because I don't want to be the dumb guy that says like, that's not what it means. I'm just gonna look it up just in case. So yeah, so feel or express strong disapproval of something. We deplore this act of violence. So something you strongly dislike about yourself. Kind of scared to answer this one. And these are the things that I'm trying to work at. and is when when I do stuff, okay? Like I am my worst critic. I sometimes or well, I what I do is I beat myself up to the point where I don't get out of my own head. I've had moments where, I feel that I'm on top of my game, and then all of a sudden I spiral down, you know, and I get inside of my head hardcore to the point where that's all I can think about. Even when I'm having the good days or good moments, I will pace around and think about things and assume or kind of make things worse than what they are. You know, I tend to be that person that if for some reason something happens between us, I I think about everything, all the negative stuff. I'm always thinking about oh, what did I do? And I try to remember our last interaction. Oh man, did I say this? And then they don't talk to me because of that. And I really try to investigate. And then I start acting all weird around people. And I'm a person that vibes. If I feel your vibe is off, I can feel that. I can feel that. I can feel when people are having a bad mood. I'm like, all right, peace out. I'm gone. You know, but if you're somebody that I'm close to, and you're going and you're doing that to me, and I've gone out of my way to try to be like, hey, let's try to fix this, and you continue to do that, and we don't talk, to me, that's the worst thing, and I will destroy myself because of that. I just kind of get in my head, and I start talking to myself, if I felt like something was disrespected or we had an argument, and I didn't say what I wanted to say, I would pace around. When I first got out, man, of the military, if somebody would say something to me, and I didn't say what I want to say, because sometimes, you're so fueled with anger, or you're so fueled with you want to say so much to this person that you're you start mumbling, right? Like Kevin Hart's I do that. I will tend to start just mumbling, and if I couldn't say what I needed to say, then I would pace around, in this very room right here. When I first, back in 2013, 2014, I would pace around and walk around in circles, like a madman, just kind of thinking, and for no reason, I would just react to that and just be super like toxic to myself, and that's definitely something I really dislike about myself. It's not a good thing to have. You should always be optimistic and never pessimistic, right? Um, Always look at the good. Try to, most of the time, if a person's not talking to you, or it's not even anything that you've done, and realistically, it can be very small. We're always looking into things and trying to get a deeper meaning, when really realistically be I just leave it alone. They're probably not even, it's probably not has nothing to do with you, but ooh, I tend to be no, it is about me, because I see how you're acting towards me and this and that. And it's kind of well, if it is, then just leave it alone. And I can't. It's hard for me. Um, so yeah, that's something I've been working on a lot. A lot of things that I've been doing to kind of help that out is just kind of, really thinking about it, listening down, really, is this helping me? Is this helping me? To really think about this, and you know, um, just keep that in your head, and keep, no, it's not. It's not doing nothing for me. It's just making me feel bad. and I start questioning my actions now. So questioning myself, that's something I'm definitely been doing a lot of. If I start feeling a certain way and be like, well, why am I feeling this way? Like, really? Like, we always look for like the reasons why to be negative, but we never find the reasons why to be positive, right? You know what I'm saying? It takes the same effort. Takes the same amount of effort to be happy than it does to be sad. So like, why not just be happy? Why not just be like, well, whatever? And so hence came all the books that I read. Subtle art of not giving a fuck. Unfuck yourself. Stop doing that shit. It's kind of like all those books, right? And yeah, just kind of give you guys a little bit of something that I do that I'm just not that I don't get down with. Um, but that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about today. This is it's been a half hour, but that's all we need. So I'll check you guys out in the next one. Thank you, Facebook user, for listening in today. Like, man, I hope you got something out of that. Like, and if not, man, whatever. I just expressed myself and just told people my issues. It's all good. It's all good. It's this is part of therapy too, I guess. And honestly, if y'all need to do this, like, if there is some sense of like relief being in front of the camera and just really just kind of doing it, like, you you feel different. you know um yeah, anyways, peace.